what we have here is a miner's magnet that I bought in the store. I bought this at Bedrock Supply about 26, 27 years ago, one of the first things I bought. It was about, I believe, $15 back then. I'm not sure what it would be today. I used it so much, both ends used to be blue. I used it so much I wore through the blue end, so I had to go find a replacement. And what I found for a replacement for them was the table. These actually are for table legs to protect the floor. I found they're exactly the same size as what the tube is. So basically what I decided was, since I spent so much money on this, I could probably build my own with tools and things around the house for a heck of a lot cheaper. Because if you notice, all this is it brings a magnet down to the bottom here and then lifts it. So I thought, well, how hard can that be to reproduce? So I started looking. Here's what I come up with. I went to the hardware store and I found this plunger type thing in the door section. And I figured, well, that magnet there has a magnet on the end of it. So I need to put a magnet there. So I just took a fridge magnet, pulled the back off, and as you can see, it's just glued on there. So now I decided that I need a length of pipe that's equivalent to this length. So I was looking around in my quest, and lo and behold, copper piping is exactly the same width as what this is. So I cut myself a piece of copper pipe, and you'll notice it's 4 1/4 inches long. That was by trial and error. Of course, I started out long and then I just cut it down. Kept cutting it down to the size I needed. And once again, the caps are for the chairs. I made a hole in the end. You can see it slides up and down. There's just a hole put. And I put a cap over the end here too and filled it with silicone. But the cap over the end over time fell off. Not a required item apparently. So now we put this all together, back together, and I'll show you it does work. First of all, this is what come from the 2 1-pound bags of pay dirt. It's been screened to -20 mesh. Lo and behold, you can see the black sand that the magnet has picked up. This is a store-bought magnet. And there it is, if you can see it, yep, in the pan at the top. So now I'll take my homemade jobby and do the same. Lo and behold, for a price of approximately $4 to $5, the copper pipe I had, the ends I had to buy this plunger thing from the hardware for $3 or $4 in the door section. So to make a long story short, I reproduced it for 1/16 of the price, and it works just as good as the factory one. So you can do and make and build your own things for a lot cheaper than what you can buy. I like to buy things and then build the same thing myself. So it's fairly easy to do and very handy to have a magnet working in the pan at the river, just handy to have from time to time. So that concludes the miner's magnet, and I will download this, and the next movie will be later today, the screen pail.